A very good evening, everyone. It's midweek NPL action coming your way in this round one catch-up fixture between reigning top-flight premiers Peninsula Power and the 2021 winners of the FQPL, Brisbane City. I'm James Coughlin, here to take you through all the action live and exclusive on FQTV. It's the fourth edition of the Football Foundation Cup, what is normally the season opener, and Penn Power are fast establishing themselves as regulars in this fixture, having won it in 2019 at Lions, as well as claiming honours with a comfortable victory over Logan right here in 2021. As for Penn Power, they began their season with 2 defeats at Sunshine Coast and Lions, but have rattled off 4 straight league wins plus an Australia Cup victory in that time. The 4 league matches have all been here at AJ Kelly Park, and they're looking to build on their 3-1 win over Gold Coast United on the weekend. Brisbane City, they've had a bit of a rough start to the season with 4 losses from their first 6 games, but coming into this on the back of a wild 4-4 draw at home to Sunshine Coast Wanderers. They'll be able to prove they belong in the NPL once again and string together some wins, starting with what would be considered a bit of an upset over Peninsula Power tonight. As we've just had a light drizzle of rain hit here on the peninsula, the players are just about to line up in the tunnel to our left.
Testing.
And the PA system is working here as well. And the players are now making their way onto the pitch. Let's run through the lineups for both clubs. Peninsula Power, the goalkeeper, Phil Zabax. Number 2, Lewis Greenwood. 3, Dan McHenry. 6, Brody Boyce. 7, Ante Polyak. 8, Josh Woolley. 9, Brenton Fox. 10, Jake McLean. 12, Jesse Rigby. 19, Joseph Hitchcock. And 21, Sam Habagab. On the bench, 4, Marko Milutinovic. 14, Georgia Wicker. 17, Jimmy Fairgrieve. 18, Malachi Love-Samira. The reserve goalkeeper is Tom Sutton. For Brisbane City, you can see them there in their white tracksuit tops. The goalkeeper is Juro Dragicevic. 2, the player coach, Matt Smith. 3, Jackson Simkin. 4, Daniel Bowles. 7, Fraser Hills. 9, Brandon Reeves. 11, Connor McKenzie. 15, Kai Bolton. 18, Koji Kato. 19, Yuta Hirayama. On the bench, 5, Matthew Jones. 16, Luke Plummer. 17, Chris Morseray. 20, Riley Stent, the backup goalkeeper. And 23, Arthur Antonis. Daniel Bowles wearing the armband for Brisbane City. Pretty solid A-League experience in the visitors' lineup tonight as they're in their all-white strip, pen power, all blue. So, no worries about a kid clash here tonight.
Number 4, Daniel Bowles. Number 7, Fraser Hills. Number 8,
this is Penn Power's third appearance out of 4 Football Foundation Cups.
Number 11,
This was, of course, meant to be the season opener on the weekend of February 25th, but it was rained out after the devastating floods went through southeast Queensland, including Corporate Travel Management Stadium, Brisbane City's home ground. But the good news is they are back up and running thanks to the generous help of several volunteers.
Number 17,
We are about to get underway.
number 20, Ricky Stent. Number 23, Arthur Antonis. Number 24, Jonathan Laftarillo. We also have the manager, Shane Trotter, assistant manager, Greg Dean, Dale Hill, and John Murphy. Our physios for Brisbane are Jacob Roberts and Najio Mokro. Apologies for the mispronunciations.
That happens to the best of us, don't worry about that. And so, this rescheduled round 1 clash is about to get underway, and here we go. And here's Penn Power in possession first, sending it long, but Smith happy to deal with that, and City now going on the attack early, trying to play it in behind. Boyce with the interception. What is launched long towards Polyak, just over his head, and pulled in by the junior member of that back 3 that Brisbane City are playing. And match officials for tonight, the referee Cameron Fawcett, some referees Shane McNichol and Jacob Bertros. This promises to be a very intriguing clash. Long ball forward, searching for Hirayama. Here comes City through that far touchline. It's actually cut out by Habagam, and we've got the match's first corner. Cato providing the short option. He's quickly closed down and loses out. Polyak with the crucial touch, but Cato bringing it back, shakes off one tackle, gets it on the left foot, and just rolls that one wide. Yeah. Out it goes, Greenwood. Bring it forward, Woolley in an advanced roll to wrap that left foot around it, but can't get it by Bowles. Quick little interplay by City, and here they come down the far touchline. Attempting to find Bolton, but the pass cut out. Smith stretching out the legs, showing no ill effects from playing in the Raw Legends game out at Moreton Daily Stadium on Monday, just up the road from where we are. And now City once again going on the attack, cutting it back with the first touch, and it's off the post, so close. As Reeves was denied by the woodwork. And What a strike, Reeves. Zabak's something to think about. The first corner for City went short. Will Hills do with this one? Options to aim for. Players making their runs towards the near post. It goes. It's headed away by Hitchcock. Another touch by Cato, teeing up the shot. Reeves sees it blocked by Greenwood. Polyak just clearing his lines, giving Penn Power a chance to reset. Simpkin. Hoffman. A heavy first touch, and Rigby able to possession back off. Hitchcock. The pass is cut out, and Bolton, pass from Hirayama just behind him. The flag has gone up now against Hirayama. Boyce taking it quickly. McHenry. Fox. Through the ball, getting it for Rigby, so calm in possession. Zabak's first touch out wide now for Greenwood. Smith getting that out, and here comes Fox and playing it through Polyak. He'll put the cross in, and Simpkin almost got it out from under his feet. Dragicevic able to bring that one back under control. Ball trying to pick out Hirayama, but Boyce was tracking that run very closely. These two clubs didn't meet last season, being in different divisions, but when they have met in the NPL over the last few years, it's been pretty much one-way traffic as Zabaks clears it away. 2020, Penn Power had a 1-0 win at Corporate Travel Management Stadium. Thompson sent off for City, Daniel Clark with the goal. And they met here in round 15, mid-September, and we've got the free kick now. Is pretty clear body check on Penn Power fullback. Gets knocked over, and you see Mackenzie getting a talking to. So when the sides met here, it was a pretty exciting end-to-end game, especially in the last half hour. Power 3, Brisbane City 2. Woolley with the delivery. And then the free header. Well worked to free up McHenry, but on the long ball, and the flag is going to go up against Hirayama. He had stolen a step. In that 3-2 win, it was Sam Sibatuara who was absent tonight. Making scoring 57th minute. Adelaide got one back for Penn Power. Fabrizio scored in the 70th minute, and then an own goal from Antonis, and Pengelly scored the winner in the 87th minute. His clearance reaches halfway, and the second attempt, Woolley brings it under control. The ball has crossed the sideline before Greenwood can get his foot around it. compromising in midfield. Bounce up into the off Greenwood, but in a relatively natural position. McLean on the turn, and foul called for the high foot against Bowles. After no advantage had accrued, Penn Power will come back for the free kick. Have again. Smith comes across in cover, and he's talking amongst the Brisbane City backline. Boyce, Daniel, feed it off now, Woolley. And working the channels really well here, and that ball is almost finding its way into the path of Polyak. A heavy touch from Smith, or misdirected touch. Switch of play, it works out well for City. City just happy to sit back and City to allow Penn Power to work their way through that run. Not on it, and instead they'll switch it over. Hitchcock with Yama playing very close attention. Hitchcock thought about picking it across field, but instead sends it back for Boyce. The two sides just feeling one another out at the moment. One shot from Reeves rattled the posts. Scoring chance of the first half. Smith just keeping an eye on that, and Dragicevic, that one was out of his box. He had to get down and head that over the sideline. Scampering back to his box. McHenry. Exchanging passes on the left foot, blocked away by Bowles. Clipped forward now. McLean just sizing up his options. Thought about getting it onto the right foot. He'll take the shot instead with his left, and Polyak is flagged offside. I think he was pretty confident about the corner going his way. City playing it short, but it could backfire on them now as Woolley pinches possession back. Polyak and McLean looking to exchange passes, but no way through. Hoffman, one-time Gold Coast Knights stalwart, but Hirayama on his heels. Boyce springing forward to cut that one out. Straight out wide, and flip on the rusher, and Woolley will take the shot on, blocked by Bowles. Could fall for McLean on the volley, and Polyak couldn't get a foot to it to deflect it. Playing it out short again. Back it goes to Dragicevic. Hirayama. Spring to life on that one. Zabaks launching it up, and Smith will be underneath. Somewhat optimistic shout for City possession, perhaps. Find Hills just a bit too heavy on that. Penn Power looking to dishing out a chance. White jerseys in midfield winning out. Now Cato. Hirayama making a run in front of him, but ball instead just cannons into McHenry. Smith with Fox trying to close him down, gets the pass away. Cato, the energetic box-to-box midfielder, just sending it back to the wily veteran. Hoffman gives away the foul as he down McHenry, and letting our referee know that it was not the first foul that had been committed. Woolley with the left-footed delivery. There's one man in the wall, and it's Cato. Delivery towards the back post. It could fall on the volley for McLean, but cannons into the wall of bodies and could break here now. McLean! And that took a deflection to go over the crossbar. What an excellent move there, as it wasn't exactly scripted that way for the home side, Penn Power, but almost paid the best possible dividends. Well, just retrieving that ball from behind the fence. Pretty impressive resume at Penn Power. Really over 100 appearances. The Aussie club he's played for. Delivery looking to test Dragicevic. He got a hand to it. He tried to get a foot to it was Hitchcock. Now Hirayama, he's got space and also got some support running with him. Hirayama, will he look to go himself? He will. He's got Bolton in the middle if he wants to get the ball to him, and he does want to, but before the ball has crossed the byline. Zabak's resets play with the goal kick. Hirayama's pace is something that Penn Power certainly are wary of on the break. Good dividends for them on the weekend as Cato is fouled by the combination of McHenry and Hitchcock. Pretty clear instructions there for Woolley. There's a bit of gamesmanship, as you would expect. Reeves fashion space for the cross, and it's Rigby for the throw-in. Just over a quarter of an hour played in this catch-up round one match. Throw-in looking for a friendly face, but Senator only finds Habagam. Now back for Smith and sizing up his options. Out now for Simpkin. Captain of the Churchy first 11. Hudson Simpkin, and spent the last couple of years with the Raw youth side, playing centre back and full back. for Simpkin as he tries to get it away, but the lunging effort from Fox will keep the ball in the Brisbane City half. City just a bit slow to recycle the ball over to this near side, so they'll send it all the way back over to their right. Mills exchanging passes with Simpkin and now trying once again to unleash Hirayama. Have they measured that one well? Just a bit too much on that as Zabax was able to claim it on the bounce. Clean. Back for Willie, and he'll instead try to play through for Fox and can't tow it past Dragicevic. City keeper held his ground. On power, they're certainly dangerous. For Greenwood. Big feet. Win the ball back for the visitors, City. Once again, Hirayama making the run. Forward to Reeves first. Hirayama. They just held the pass a little bit too long there for Hirayama. He got to check his run twice there. Just couldn't stay on the right side of the offside line. Pretty strong instructions for Josh Woolley from the Penn Power bench. Woolley is fouled by Bolton. Something to keep an eye on as the match goes on. The bench not wanting Woolley seemingly on this side of the pitch, except for moments like these, of course, where he's taking the set piece. In the air and actually nodded down by Rigby. He'll get the second chance to battle for the ball here. The tallest Rigby, but get his head to it twice. There it goes for Hirayama, and back defending well is Greenwood. Winning really well, in fact, as he's able to win the throw-in for his side. Just over 20 minutes into this match, and also 20 minutes into the match going on at Goodwin Park. Catch that one on demand on FQTV. It's currently scoreless between Olympic and Easts. This round one catch-up takes place midweek. Everyone's enjoying their plethora of short weeks as it stands. Zabax just clearing the lines. As the offside flag has gone up against Polyak. Polyak signed from St Albans in NPL Victoria, which, if I'm not mistaken, was also the club of former role player Ivan Franich, but Polyak certainly settling into life at Penn Power quite well. 5 goals on the season. His first go round here in the Sunshine State. Time with Olympic, City and East. Hitchcock put under pressure by Hills. City taking the chance here on this near side with Bolton. His head up, searching for an options. And he's not out on the far touchline if he can find him, or he might look to go himself. Kai Bolton. So, it's covered more distance sideways than forwards, but it's been quite effective nonetheless. Trying to exchange the 1-2 with Cato, but the passing alley was not there for him. Boys coming back to mop up. Smith, with the lunging challenge, thought he might have done enough to throw in. Certainly had the appeal for it. We're all level thus far through the opening quarter of the match. It's the Football Foundation Cup coming your way on FQTV. James Coughlin taking you through the action in this occasionally rainy Wednesday night, although the high side isn't deceiving me. It looks like it could actually be clearing up a little bit. It hasn't exactly been what you would call pleasant over the last few days, but he can force it. Just adjusting that, and there he is again, signalling for the 10 power throwing. Polyak get it through Hoffman. Riyama backing into Habagam. Smith trying to get it forward for Hirayama, but Turf Monster caught him out there. It does look a little bit slippery underfoot from where we are this evening. That one will come back for the City throw-in. Deflected pass could still break for City as Greenwood went down, and easy fall there from Greenwood and nothing given, and that turned out to be a fairly tame shot that dribbled through the legs of McHenry. Trying to get a bit creative with the outside of the foot first time pass. Clean. To pull the strings here is Fox. We'll get through Bolton, and again, nothing given. Hoffman working their way out of that area of the pitch. Cato cutting inside. Hirayama's making the run, but instead back it goes again for Hills. He's been busy through the opening 27 minutes. The shirt wasn't enough to slow down Mackenzie there, and it's going to be a goal kick after originally having it signalled as a corner. Mackenzie was taken with that challenge, and again just with a few words there for City wide man. Just issuing the short support and sending everyone long instead. Polyak get inside and can really get a foot to it. He can't, but using the strong challenge there in Rigby. So it wasn't Rigby that was called for that one. It was instead from the lunging effort by Woolley. For bowls. The player was involved in that Raw Legends game up the road a couple of days ago. He was the assistant coach for Luke De Vere. Raw Legends being a combined QPS and Australian Defence Force team. 8-3 in a 20-minute half friendly. See some cracking goals in that game. Enrique, he might have been auditioning for next season with the Raw, perhaps, showing he's still got it. There's another player that brings a wealth of experience to this side. 113 total A-League appearances, 80 of which came for the local side. Smith losing his footing briefly, but he's just not quite on the same page with Bolton there, but he's able to chase the loose ball down. Hirayama. Now inside for Hills, and Hitchcock slicing that one a bit, and that'll go over the sideline for Smith to grab and throw into Hoffman. Ball's getting a nice little sheen on it from the water that's still on the pitch. And forward it goes as if he touched by Reeves, could lead to an opportunity. Can't play it through for Cato, and City now looking to turn the screws as we cross over the half-hour mark. Bolton squaring it back in. Reeves now out wide, and could be the opportunity for City with the curling effort. It's deflected behind for the corner as McKenzie tries to open City's account on the evening. And his account on the season. Just his second appearance tonight. As a wing-back on McKenzie, but himself a bit further forward tonight. In comes the corner, testing Zavax, and confidently punched away. There is and McKenzie. A few calls from the crowd for McLean to take the shot from range, but instead, looking for the patient approach. Woolley trying to unleash Polyak, and Smith quite smartly plays it off the Penn Power striker for the throw-in. Launched high into the sky. Boyce Reading the flight of the ball best, getting underneath it. Polyak. Once again, the ball's played off. Polyak. Lane's sliding challenge does a good job to win the ball. Rigby now playing it out wide for Greenwood, but too far in front of his fullback. Power still very confident going down the left side, despite the absence of Dan Morgan for a few games. Yeah, but pretty solid plan B to have. Greenwood is very strong in that position. Rigby again offering his opinion to force it, but just a quick advice for Reeves after a little coming together between him and Hitchcock. With no support out wide, forced to play it back. Polyak making the run ahead, but too much swing on that. Ball from McHenry. Bolton for a run down the touchline this time is Rigby. Well, that's as textbook of a tackle as you can see. There's your Rigby, just normally sliding in and dispossessing the on-rushing City attacker. So has really been able to find their rhythm just yet. Here come Penn Power rushing forward and shot from range, and it's blocked by Woolley. It could break now for McLean, and it's straight into the head of Matt Smith and behind for a corner. Smith putting his body on the line to stop that one. He's definitely travelling off the boot of Jake McLean. A few former Strikers players to have made their way up north here and looking to build on a pretty successful 2021, which unfortunately for him ended with a major injury. Goes in, headed away by City and cleared. And Woolley, he'll have the chance for another delivery, looking for Hitchcock as Hitchcock went barreling through, and Polyak now with the shot. And that definitely did take a deflection, but looks like a goal kick has been signalled instead. Dragicevic and City possibly catching a bit of a break there. Or, beg your pardon, flag had gone up for offside. So Smith will be the one to restart play. Hitchcock. So we're getting one back on Reeves there after City strikers made a couple of fairly strong challenges. Always befitting of his position on the pitch. Bolton. Hoffman. Lane. The ball up, giving a chance now, and into the box. It's Woolley. Woolley once again staying very busy, and back now for Rigby. A few games last year. Was a pretty solid centre back for Penn Power, but playing his natural position, holding midfield role, and Smith just making sure everyone knew he got the ball there before he took out Woolley. Actually sees Revelation. He'll skip inside Simpkin. Can he get the pass to McLean? He can't, but it now falls to the feet of Polyak. Can he fashion the space for a shot? He can't. Back it goes with the curling effort. It's in. Penn Power take the lead with a clever little chip over the top. And it is Brenton Fox opening the scoring for Penn Power. 38 minutes played. It was all a little bit hectic there, but it fell to the feet of Brenton Fox and saw Dragicevic off his line. Fox has finally opened his account for the season for a lack of endeavour. So Penn Power draw first blood. Penn City muster. As Fox went flying into that one, and Power packed very tightly on the far side of the pitch, so Smith with time to get one down, get it to Bolton, and looking for Reeves. After targeting Hirayama early, Reeves has been the outlet going forward now, but Hirayama was the target of that cross from Hills. Reeves just couldn't bring that one under control, scuffed the first touch. Skipping forward McHenry, and will continue the run. Polyak for McHenry. He'll square it for the first time shot. Well-weighted ball through, can reach Hirayama. Now he'll clip it back, looking for Reeves on the volley. Couldn't make clean contact with it, and Zabax just it down and roll it out with the sidearm delivery. Greenwood with the restart to play, and Polyak lingering at the far post, but instead they'll come forward through Hitchcock, and he'll take the shot on from range. Dragicevic had to get down, and just with his fingertips, turn that around the post, so Penn Power getting another corner. Confident strike from Joseph Hitchcock. Back it goes. Smith just nodding it away from danger with Boyce lurking around him. Taken from a long way behind the sideline, and Henry is flagged for offside as he still just drills that ball across the face of goal. The City assistant coaches bringing that one back. Hoffman presenting a short option. Hitchcock closing that one down. It does open up a bit of space now for Hills. City trying to get out of their own half, and that ball over the top. Boyce. It was on its way back for Zabats, and Zabats couldn't clear it. And yeah, clip back for Koji Kato, and well saved by Zabats. And Harrogam not happy with something there, and so watch out and make sure he doesn't talk his way into the notebook. Referee's notebook, of course, not the film. Don't think they're remaking that anytime soon. Now goes towards the penalty spot, finding the header for Smith, and cleared off the line. And that ball towards the back post, and back across by Smith, and just a bit too much momentum on it, and City with a couple of excellent chances as we close in on the final 60 seconds of the first half. That was definitely City's best chance of the game. It's cleared off the line. I believe it was Greenwood or possibly McLean doing their defensive duty. Backs once again, sending everyone towards the halfway line. He's ticked over 45 minutes played. And we won't have any stoppage time here at AJ Kelly Park in this round one catch-up match, the Football Foundation Cup between Peninsula Power and Brisbane City. Power lead thanks to a 39th minute goal from Brenton Fox, but City have gone close with Reeves smashing the bar and Matt Smith's late header in the first half being cleared off the line. We'll be back with the second half after these messages.
They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your football family. A family has legends you look up to. And the up-and-comers. A family pitches in and works together as a team. We have the ones who keep us in check, and we motivate each other to be the best. Be the best! But it's my brothers and my sisters who always have my back. That's why even my real family love my football family. So what are you waiting for? Join our team. Come on!
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Vito Sports pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation-compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com.
Welcome back, everybody, for the second half of this catch-up NPL Round 1 clash between Brisbane City and Peninsula Power here at AJ Kelly Park. I'm James Coughlin, taking you through the action on FQTV. This is the 4th edition of the Football Foundation Cup. As it stands, Peninsula Power will be retaining what is traditionally the season-opening trophy. Brisbane City will be looking for a quick response, but that won't be from this attack as Jackson Simpkin for a run forward and eventually tripped up Greenwood. So if you are just joining us, Brenton Fox's 39th minute chip over Juro Dragicevic is what separates the two sides at the moment. City have had a couple of chances. And Reeves rattling the bar, rattling the post early on. And Matt Smith having a header cleared off the line by Jake McLean. There is the goal scorer. Fox clipping it forward for McLean. So we've just started the second half, and as this is the Football Foundation Cup and it is only a 1-goal game as it stands. Well, that may change from this attack as McLean turning it, getting it on his left foot and just putting it the wrong side of the post. That would have been a goal worthy of the highlight reel from Jake McLean. Can't get the bend on it. So if this does finish level after 90 minutes, both teams will be credited with a draw in the National Premier League standings. But as they are playing for a cup tonight, we will also have a bonus penalty shootout as Matt Smith went lunging in there, and he is going to receive a yellow card for that one. And not a whole lot of protests from the former Raw Championship winning captain. Simpkin, second best from that challenge on Polyak, and he'll line up from range. And Bowles sticks a foot out and sends it behind for a corner. Simpkin limping after that. Just have to keep an eye on if that's going to be a stinger or might be the end of his night. Jones is an option on the bench. And punched away, not completely. And on the follow-up, it's Broyce. Some calls for a handball. Penn Power adamant they should have had a penalty. And they'll continue to argue it, but for the time being, they have been given the corner. And the discussions continue in the box at speed. It didn't look like a clear handball, but that may change now as the referee goes over to his assistant. Cam Fawcett will just make sure he and the assistant are on the same page with that. And looks like it'll be a discussion of whether or not the arm was in a natural position. And it will be a corner, much to the chagrin of Woolley, who is afraid to share his opinion. Footed delivery once again, trying to get it close for Dragicevic, and he is under siege this time. So two only corners from that far side for Penn Power, causing plenty of drama for Brisbane City as they try and repel this Penn Power threat. Woolley was coming over briefly, but instead it's going to be another near post delivery, headed back, and it falls to the feet of Hitchcock. Can he clear it out from under his feet? He can't. And there's going to be another corner. Again, a few optimistic shouts for handball from the Penn Power ones, although not nearly as vociferous as the first time. Or that description may not apply for Josh Woolley. He runs over with his arms out, asking what's going on. Again, that near post, they continue to attack it, and the header in. The lead is doubled. Hammagam with the header. And he's opened his account for the season as well with that header into the bottom corner. The pressure was building, and Power double their advantage 5 minutes into the second half. And coming on now, that is the end of the night for Jackson Stimkin. He is subbed off and on in his place, number 5, Matt Jones. And Power, can they go on with it? The City did concede 4 on the weekend, 2 Sunshine Coast Wanderers. And scoreline surely will have caught the attention of Penn Power attackers, but now City trying to respond. Coming down that far side, it's McKenzie, and he can't get it by Havergam. And there it goes. Can City formulate a response from the set piece? Ball goes towards the back post and skids off the head of Jones for the corner. Just looking at the two benches, City doesn't look like they're panicking so far. And discussion going on the Penn Power one between Ryan, Aaron Philp, and a bit from Geordie Manning too. Ball forward as these can't bring it under control, and Fox now. And it goes trying to pick out Hirayama, but once again, quite on the same page. And Hirayama waiting in the middle for the delivery from Cato, and instead goes for Hills. Mackenzie's at the back post. Well, he cut it back. He'll fire it straight across goal off the hands of Zabaks. Cato. They can't get that one by Woolley. Fox, as it were. Polyak will be forward, tries to feed it to his attacker, but nothing coming. Cato with Hitchcock bearing down on him, and is possessed well by the young midfielder for Power. Now here comes Woolley. He's sizing up the shot. Instead he'll send it in for McLean. It's 3. And Power have started the second half on fire. A goal for Jake McLean makes it 3-0. Power now in cruise control.
Power, number 10, Jack McLean.
And it was simply a numbers game there for Penn Power. sort of scythe their way through Brisbane City defence on the counter as City tried to push forward and get themselves back into the game. City did concede for on the weekend. They did also score for. Smith sends it into the car park behind the second fence. We'll let you know when that ball gets returned. Power looking to put on a show for the home fans, and coming from that, here comes City forward in numbers, but Power putting bodies back as Bolton can't find his way around Boyce. Boyce. Polyak has gotten plenty of plaudits for his work up front. Boyce equally as important at the back for Penn Power in terms of new acquisitions. He was immense for Sunshine Coast Wanderers. Yeah, excellent season last year. Shrewd bit of recruiting to bring him here to AJ Kelly Park. It's been a bit of overhaul thus far from Penn Power. But be looking for another win. This ball clipped for Polyak, open net. But coming across amazingly was Dragicevic, got a hand to it, and he might be called into action again. Here's Hitchcock. He can't get through the combination of Jones and McKenzie, but excellent work to get back across from Dragicevic to deny what, in that range, you would have thought pretty likely to score. I'm not going to pretend to be an advanced stats expert, but the XG probably would have been pretty high on that. And Fawcett just sending McKenzie back for the retake even further. Hoffman didn't get the cause, but again, Hirayama finding himself very isolated against Penn Power's defenders. It's been a frustrating night for him. Running for a whole lot of reward. Bolton launches that one over the sideline as the Power bench takes some of the heat out of it. Not enough on that one to let Bolton keep his run going, so he's forced to check inside. Hoffman. Hills skipping forward, but Power already back in their defensive structure. try to work their way around it. And ball from Hills can't get by Habergam. Jones. It's not for Cato with Hitchcock bearing down on him, but able to just make sure City maintain possession. And flag goes up against Polyak. We will have the change for City. Coming on is number 20.
Substitute Brisbane City, number 7.
Who is the number 24, which Mackenzie is the one replaced. And a late change to the bench was Jonathan Caspinello. And he is the one who has come on this right flank, number 24. He was originally listed as 22, but we'll just update his shirt number. He's now the second change for Brisbane City. And for Habergam to get the ball out of dodge. Frustration creeping in possibly for Hoffman. Woolies continued dialogue with the referee. Down goes Woolley for the free kick, and Smarley gets up and is able to release McHenry. It was a lone optimistic call for Power to get something from that, but good break now for City with Reeves going head-to-head with Boyce. And that heavy touch just showed enough of the ball to allow Power to get it back with their defence in numbers. And seeing Dragicevic off his line, but quite get the purchase on that he would have hoped for McLean as he looks for his second of the night. Spinello inside. He's able to have the challenge of Hitchcock. Hills a little bit late on that one for Hitchcock as it's going to be a yellow card for Hills and not a whole lot of there was too much of an argument from that one from Hills. As a fellow short person, I can appreciate the defence of the biggest guy. Was forced to play at it. More pressure from Reeves, and there was a loud yell from Boyce. after that, and Reeves is going to also go into the notebook. Boyce is back up, which is good to see. Possibly sounded a lot worse than it actually was, but a whole lot of debating the foul there as Reeves picks up his first booking of the season. And we will have a pair of changes for Penn Power coming on for Brenton Fox. The scoring tonight is 18, Malachi Love-Samira.
Yeah, substitution.
He's battling for the ball. Coming forward is Spinello trying to skip in and out, but Greenwood alert to the danger, and the City substitute gives up the foul. And it looks like that was the only change made by Power. Polyak almost bring that one under control as the hosts look to add a fourth. Kato with space to run, sending it out wide for Hirayama, but that was well read by McHenry. Now we're going to come back. We do have what looks to be a pretty serious looking injury as the power play is down. It looks like it's Joseph Hitchcock, and that is never a good sign when the game is stopped instantly like that. We'll see a few players take this opportunity to get a bit more water on board. And that was well spotted by the referee to just pause proceedings to make sure Hitchcock can get the necessary attention. While we do have this break in play, we will quickly check in with the action that's going on at Goodwin Park, and it stands. It is one apiece between Olympic and Eastern Suburbs. Daniel Cunha with the goal for East. Zach Kierpal scoring for Olympic, and that is an encouraging sign to see Hitchcock being brought to his feet in that manner. As you can catch every senior match of the NPL and FQPL 1 and 2 men's competitions, plus the NPL and FQPL 1 women's competitions on FQTV. It looks like tonight Penn Power will be retaining the Football Foundation Cup. A 5-1 win over Logan last year, and memory serves, Dan Cunha was the player of the match for that one as we resume after a couple of minutes of stoppage. Hitchcock just talked to on the sideline, and he is back onto the pitch now, which is good. There's Malachi Love-Samira for the ball. One of actually a few members of the Gregory Terrace 2020 first 11 involved here at Penn Power. We've also got Joseph Hitchcock, and not involved tonight, Simon Veldemarian. striker with plenty of potential, who they picked up from the academy in the off-season. That shot has all the sting taken out of it. The block by Hoffman. Jones's radar a little bit awry.
Just drop, left. Just drop. Right shoulder.
Spinello, as you would expect, the fresh legs. Spraying out wide as Bolton cutting it back across as City just looked to get one back. Zabak's able to deal with that one quite comfortably. Samira is knocked over by Bowles. Seeing Dragicevic off his line, opted for the somewhat optimistic pop from range, but nothing coming from that. Bowles is able to get that one away. Spinella turns the corner, and here's Hills in space. He's driving towards the box, and that one was quite the sort of delivery he was expecting, but it's somewhat worked out as Bolton was there, and Reeves looking for the header, losing out to Habergan. Heavy touch from Hills. Sends it behind for the goal kick. So the other round one catch-up, as mentioned, Olympic East tonight. Capalaba Lions, Moreton Bay, Sunshine Coast Wanderers on May the 3rd, and then Gold Coast United, I beg your pardon, taking on the Roar in the A-League M1 Derby. And Logan against Gold Coast Knights on the 4th of May. So those are your midweek matches coming up on FQTV next week. Polyak cutting inside, and Jones lunging back, making sure that's all that attack could offer. Hills. Some vision to pick out Reeves. And Reeves from range and tipped over well by Zabax. Phil Zabax, who was Penn Power's player of the match in their win over Gold Coast United on the weekend, and it seems like he's continuing that form. Back, Jones with the header, and pick out Smith. Ball back into the box, and Samira second to that. City looking to switch the play out now. Cato. Smith. And City just really struggling to find a reliable way forward at the moment. Penn Power have done a very good job just cutting out their passing lanes and forcing them into long balls over the top. But with a fairly vacant midfield, Hoffman's able to spring forward and pounce on the ball. As Hills drills it into the head of McHenry. Cato. Jones Matt Jones slips as he hit it. Spraying the ball wide. And a second change of the match for Penn Power. It's Polyak being given an early mark, and coming on in his place is George Earwicker. Who's got the honour of being Penn Power's youngest NPL starter at 17 years and 87 days of age. A bit more experience now, and here he comes forward, taking the shot on with his first possession of the ball, and that's the sort of confidence he's working with. Power returning to their youth brigade up front with Samira and Earwicker. Woolley with the vision, getting it out wide towards the back post. Malachi loves Samira. It's 4, and Power are in dreamland. And just an inch perfect cross. It was going to find the head of Love Samira or Earwicker. Fiji representative was able to pop up and thump it past Juro Dragicevic, who was really not enjoying his evening as it stands. And Yuta Hirayama coming off now for Brisbane City. Final change, Arthur Antonis on in 23. So that is the 3 substitution windows used for Brisbane City. Try and get themselves back into this game. Bolton drills it straight at Zabax. Just reflecting on what we've seen over the last 78 minutes. It's been Power as the better side. City have pushed on the counter, but times where they've really tested Zabax have been few and far between. Reeves hitting the post early, and Smith's header just before halftime cleared off the line. Does leave you in what if, but what we can talk about is what has unfolded in front of us. And we did just see was McHenry getting ahead to it. There's a little bit of confusion there. Zabax up to claim at the back post. And Tonus around him, but veteran shot stopper knows how to handle these situations. Can't be kept in. And Tonus goes in really late, and the fact that he's only just been introduced to the game might save him from a booking for that really unceremonious challenge on Really, he's been all over the pitch tonight, sometimes to the chagrin of Aaron Philp, but it's been effective. Spinello. Too much angle on that pass.
Jordan, you stay behind. Stay front, Jordan. Go, Jordan. Double. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe, George.
Dragicevic just... Hill's not giving up the cause just yet. Continue to push to the end. Antonis losing out as McLean, one of Power's star performers tonight. Henry making a late run from fullback, trying to measure out the cross. The calls from Penn Power's bench. That is going to be a throw in for City. Just getting back to the league meetings a little bit further as well. There's the Penn Power double in 2019 as well. Earwicker coming forward. Hoffman, I think a bit of a nibble at Earwicker, but able to get the ball away for Love Samira. Quite a pass Riggs would have been thinking about. In 2019 it finished 3-1 to Penn Power here, with Palmer, Strickland and Jamonde on the score sheet. So that was when Penn Power had just been promoted from the FQPL, but they belong in the top flight. In that match at Corporate Travel Management Stadium, it was 4-1 to Penn Power. Solorzano only score of 4 City on the night. Briggs bagging a brace. Strickland and Bird also on the score sheet, but as it stands, this would be the biggest winning margin between the two sides. And also the equal biggest winning margin in the short history of the Football Foundation Cup. Earwicker thought about going himself, but instead fed it for Love Samira. He'll get it onto the left foot and shoot it straight at Dragicevic. Football Foundation Cup out at Lions Stadium. Penn Power 2-1 over Lions in a result that surprised a few people, but maybe not those from Penn Power. And the next year, Lions 3-0 over Sunshine Coast Wanderers, and then here last year in round 1 it was Penn Power 5-1 over Logan Lightning. So will be another 4-goal margin of victory for Penn Power, or will we have a late addition to the score sheet? Spinello just trying to steal a few extra metres. Ball falls for Hitchcock. He's got Samira at the back post. Another header. Malachi loves Samira. Just couldn't direct that one on target. frustration from Kai Bolton towards Antonis. It has been a frustrating night for Penn Power, for Brisbane City. They've travelled up here to Penn Power. Penn Power will make their final 2 substitutions. Rigby making way. And it will be Marko Milutinovic. Milutinovic with a pretty impressive playing resume. He's trialled with LA Galaxy and also played with OFK Belgrade. Which has used a couple of pretty solid Premier League footballers. Mislav Ivanovic and Alexander Kolarov. For the time being, Milutinovic has taken up station. Rigby's holding midfield spot. Spinello has shoved off the ball fairly unceremoniously, and also on 17 Jimmy Fairgrieve, but will go now to Earwicker at the other end of the pitch. He goes back for McLean. Fairgrieve gets onto the ball. Here it goes, and McLean on the turn. Second turn then. Plays it off Jones for the corner. Fairgrieve has replaced McHenry. Goes towards the back post and had a cannons into a Brisbane City defender. It was Milutinovic. First to get the head to it, and Greenwood sweeping up well and now trying to unleash Woolley. And McLean just directs it towards goal with not enough power to get by Dragicevic. Continue. It's been a pretty frustrating start to the season for Brisbane City. It has been a disrupted start to the season, in all fairness. Just 4 points from 7 matches so far. Assuming the scoreline or outcome holds, which I don't think I'm risking the commentator's curse to say that it probably will. 1-1 draw, but it was a very interrupted pre-season as the floods had swept through in late February. Pretty much gut Corporate Travel Management Stadium. Now McLean. And Woolley on the right foot. And that is going to be a penalty now for Daniel Bowles, against Daniel Bowles. And just to add to the ignominy, it's going to be a yellow card for the City defender as he fell hard. Now the 4th Brisbane City player to receive a booking for the handball. So a chance now to make it 5 to approach the 90-minute mark. And Woolley makes no mistake. It's 5 for Power. And by this stage, the celebrations are somewhat muted, but for the second Football Foundation Cup in a row, that is now 5 goals for Penn Power. As we've reached second half stoppage time. So 5-0 for Penn Power, a resounding statement. That will now be a 5th win on the trot, and there's that slow start after 2 games. Definitely in the rear view mirror. Abigail wants the clean sheet. He'll that one to the trees behind the pitch. He's also heaping further misery on Brisbane City, but they have been somewhat road warriors thus far this campaign. Because of the unavailability of Travel Management Stadium, and Cato just drills that one from range, more out of hope. Also does mean we'll have plenty of home games at Newmarket in the second half of the season. We'll be travelling to Lions, Sunshine Coast Wanderers and East in rounds 14, 18 and 20 respectively. We'll have a couple of minutes of stoppages here after the 4 goals for Penn Power as they've finished with a very wet sail. And that is all the stoppage time we are going to have as Penn Power claim the Football Foundation Cup for the 3rd time and 2nd year in a row with a convincing 5-0 win over Brisbane City. Brenton Fox opened the scoring in the 39th minute. Habigam made it 2 in the 50th minute. Jake McLean made it 3. Malachi Love-Samira 4. And then Josh Woolley in the 90th minute made it 5-0. Coming up next weekend, Brisbane City, they're away to Logan Lightning on Saturday. Penn Power, they're away to Olympic on Sunday. All that action and a whole lot more coming your way on FQTV. This has been a production of Double Take Sports for Football Queensland. I'm James Cogler. It's been a pleasure bringing you the action tonight. We'll see you later.